welcome back to the channel. Again, those who are new to the channel, if you haven't already, show your support by slapping that subscribe button, dinging that bell for notifications, give us a big thumbs up, and comment down below. I will reply to the comments, and if you like what you comment, I'll pin it to the video. Right, today's video is going to be a bit of a tutorial I've been requested to do. Now, if you want to contact me, you can follow me on Twitter. There's links on the actual homepage of this channel. You can contact me on my Facebook page, Kirby Enthusiast. Tell me what you want to see. I'm always trying to look and grow this channel, so anything you want to actually see on this channel, just comment down below, or comment on the Kirby Enthusiast Facebook page, or contact me on Twitter. As it said in the title, we're going to be setting up in canister mode. Now, I'm quite lazy and I'm guilty of it. I'll still leave in upright mode, but there are some issues with that. What I'll do is explain as we go, stage by stage, how to set up in canister mode and the benefits, so the pros and the cons. So what we'll do is we'll get straight to it. Right, today we're going to be using the Avalir 1 and we're going to be setting up into canister mode. There's reasons for this. Obviously, when I've used mine and I wanted to use the hose, and I'm not using the upright position, there's a few issues that I'll go through that I find that I have if I leave it in the upright position and just connect the hose. And what I'll do is I'll quickly demonstrate leaving it in upright position and just connecting the hose, what the actual issue is. So when setting up in canister mode, I'll just quickly show you what I normally do is just take off the head. So turn it red to red, lift your lever and lift it off. And I'll just wind my belt off so it doesn't stretch while it's there. Okay, then we'll grab our hose. And with our hose, as you've seen, we've got a connection here, and what that actually does is that activates the second speed switch, which actually makes the fan spin a lot faster, giving you more suction because you're losing it because you've got a longer hose. So what we do is get these two connectors here and we're going to hook them onto this bar. So what I'll do is just quickly zoom in so you can actually see that. Right, so connecting our hose, we've got these two hooks here that actually have to hook onto this bar, and then this is the connection that pushes the other part of the switch in to actually activate that second power. So you hook it in the middle, lift it up, and then lock it over, like so. Right, what I find is when I've set it up with just the hose, and I've left the bag in normal upright position, you've got your cord sometimes and it's straddled across the floor. What happens is as you're pulling it along, it hits the cord, and sometimes what happens, if this bag is pretty full, that will fall down and it will topple over. Now when it topples over, you've got a chance of actually snapping your handle or breaking something, and that's the issue I actually have. So I find it 10 times easier that when you put it on the hose, that it is in the canister mode. It stops that chance of it falling over or hitting the lead or anything like that. It also gives you the leeway as well, because the cord's hooked in the back, it tends to pull the handle down if it does get caught, or if your cord pulls on tension, it will tip it over. That's one of the main reasons I prefer to convert it into canister mode, just to make life 10 times easier. So what we'll do is just zoom back in and quickly show you what else. Right, so what we'll do is just disconnect this bag. So it's just a case of pressing your seatbelt clip and out that pops, and that's actually released from the handle. Next part is to release your lead. So it's literally twist that round and that will all come off and drop down. Okay, then what we do is we pull this out, and it's got like a spring clip on it. Put your finger behind, then it's on a spring, so that will literally pull out. That way then you can pull this lead out of there. The next part, we're just going to disconnect it from here, so it's just a case of twist and out it pops. And then we go to our lead at the bottom, and that's literally pull up and pull down. Now to release your handle, you literally grip it there, so grip it here, push that button in there, and out it pops. So now we grab our canister mode handle, and that pushes in just in there. Next up, we're going to grab our bag. Now you've got to make sure this isn't over full, otherwise you will have issues clicking it in. So you grab your seatbelt clip, and you're literally going to push it in that gap there. Now if this bag's quite full, it's going to compress on the hose, so make sure it's not overly full, that way you're not going to split your hose in the bag. Right, so our Kirby's set up in canister mode. My only advice is obviously just leave it in neutral. You don't need it in drive, because what will happen, it will just keep wheel spinning, and it's that much lighter to pull back and forth because you've lost the handle, you've lost the portable head or power nozzle, so you don't actually need the tech drive on. Alright, so with it set up in canister mode, when you're pulling on this hose now, there's no chance of that actually tipping over. Even if that cord pull's taut, it's not going to make it tip over. It will just stop. So that's the best reason for actually converting it to canister mode. Right, now it's in canister mode, you've got an abundance of tools you can use. So first up, you're going to have your L-shaped piece. I can't remember offhand what it's called. You've got an adjustment here, so you can open that so many clicks or all the way if you want, just to release the suction if you're vacuuming curtains or anything light that's going to get sucked up. So I always leave that on if I'm doing hard floors. You've got your wands. Now your wands are pretty easy to go together. It's just a push and a twist. So we start off with this end. So if you're vacuuming the floor, you want this end here. So that's the end that goes in the one there. So you push that in and twist. And that then isn't coming apart. Next you grab your other wand, push in and twist. Next we've got our floor nozzle. So again, that's angled. So the advantage with this is obviously you can put that in there, like so, twist. And what I'd like to do is just get that in line so it's sort of straight. Okay, but with this tool then, you can actually get right under furniture. So the advantage you've got with that hard floor tool is if you've got a sideboard like here, you can literally turn that and go right down to ground level. So even if you're standing up, you can literally go right down to the ground, like so. And that just makes life a lot easier for getting onto those hard surfaces to reach. Right, so once in canister mode, you've got all those tools, and a lot of people say, I'm never going to use all those tools, and my mum was guilty of that as well. I understand with new Kirby owners, where you're coming from, you buy the Kirby, and it's basically, the way you look at it, it's an upright. But you have got that portable mode, and you've got an abundance of tools you can use. And they are so handy, especially now it's coming to spring, for that spring cleaning. Well, if you're still in lockdown as well, you've got all that time to clean. So you may as well make most of the use of all the tools you've got in your Kirby. So the one tool we've got, and I probably used it a bit too much when I was younger, is the head massager. So obviously don't get carried away because you'll end up like me. And then next up, we've got our wall and ceiling brush. Now this is quite handy for getting on those cobwebs, all those cobwebs that are up in the ceiling where you can't reach them. You can literally get your hose, get your wand, take the end off there, and that will go on that end. Okay. Now that then you can put your brush, ceiling wall brush on, so that way that you can vac along the ceiling. You can turn it sideways, so you can vac along the wall, so you can get right at the curtains with this. It's quite an amazing tool. You can get along the tops of your pelmets as well, so you turn it round, get along the tops of your pelmets. And the next main tool, and it's fantastic for doing those skirting boards, is your crevice tool, because it's got a little brush on the end, so you can run that. If you've got big diffuser lights, you can use that to get on the top of those as well. What I like to do as well, because we've got LED lights as well, so what I tend to use is the duster brush, so I've got a spare belt on there anyway, just take that off, and you can get to those, put that on again with your duster brush, and if you need to turn the suction down, again it's just a flick of the switch, and away it goes. Right, and again with just the hose attached, you can actually use your zip brush. If you've bought the Turbo Tool attachment, then this is awesome for actually cleaning those curtains. If you want to reduce the suction and slow it down, you can, again, by using that, but it's not that aggressive when it's spinning. If you haven't got this tool, then you'll have with this upholstery tool here. Now this, I would recommend if you're using it on curtains or nets, especially nets, that you do reduce the suction because it will suck them up. So then you just lower that down and it will literally just suck the light dust off your curtains or off your nets. And what Kirby did as well, so you get more airflow, is they actually put grooves at the end of here as well, so when it's pressed up against anything, it's still getting airflow through to get all that dust and that sucked into your Kirby vacuum. Right, then we go back to our wand, so I'll just put this back on. Okay, across the top of your skirting boards, like so, and that will get all the dust out as well. If you've got windows like us, which I'll just zoom in and quickly show you. So we've got aluminium windows and you can literally get in, that will literally fit in there, and that brush will clean that out, obviously with your hose attached, but that will clean all that out. Now I did mine the other week, so they're pretty clean, but you can actually get in there and clean those channels out with the Crevice tool. Really, really good tool. So I'll just quickly show you with our wall and ceiling brush. So we'll just put this back on the end here just to make it a bit more easier for you to understand. So what I'll do is I'll just put that on there upside down. That way then we can get our hose attached and we can suck all the cobwebs off there. We'll pull it down, we can turn it on its side and we can actually get right up to the corner there. Okay, if you've got a projector screen like I have, you can literally get and twist there and go all the way along there and suck any dust off the top of that projection screen, underneath, all over the side. Also, if you've got Venetian blinds, we'll know what a nightmare they are to clean. Now with your wall and ceiling brush, which I tend to use as well for the Venetian blinds, it's so much easier because you can literally go along like so and just suck all that dust out and scrub again at it. Also what I find as well, I tend to use the duster brush as well for this. I tend to use it just connected to the end of the hose. So I'll have the hose attached and just this attachment here, and I'll have the duster brush attached and just go along each blind individually. So you can, and then you can turn them around the other way. Excuse the dogs barking. And then you can vac all that along again if that's easier. So I either use the duster brush for my blinds or the wall and ceiling brush. Now if you're a big cinema fan, a bit like me, you've got your own home cinema, again it's coming around to spring cleaning and you want to vac off these speakers, what I normally do is use the duster brush attachment, it's just easier, and then I knock that down so I can literally have not too much suction, which is going to suck those cones out, and then you can go over your speakers with no issue whatsoever. Now to convert it back from your portable mode, it's just a case of pressing that there, pull that out, press your seatbelt clip and out that comes. What we do is grab our handle and you're literally just going to push that back in there. So let's put it back together, we just grab our bag, got our seatbelt clip and it's just push up and into your slots. And with our lead, you just poke it through there and up and back down and that's ready to go. Feed our lead through the top section, again it's just that way and then back that way. And with your lead, what I do is I go over the front, lift that up, pull that out and that will slot in there. Then you can just wrap your lead up and round like so. So to release our hose, just lift that up, flip that over and off that pops. And then to put our power nozzle back on, if you've wound your belt off like I do, I'll just put things there, thumb in there, twist and it'll pick up that belt, so red to red. And you can see the belt's wound on. Make sure this is fully down, fully up. Hook that on there like you did with your hose, lift it up, lock it over and then wind your belt back on and that's ready to go. Right, so I hope you enjoyed the video and I hope the tutorial was really informative for those of you new to the Kirby family. I'm trying to grow my channel all the time as well, so if you've got anything you want making as well, either comment down below, contact me on Twitter, Instagram. I've got my own Facebook page as well, Kirby Enthusiast, hence the name. So make sure you try and join that as well. Those new to the channel, if you haven't already, it's surprising how much it affects the channel, so make sure you show your support by slapping that subscribe button to help me grow, dinging that bell for notifications so don't miss any upcoming episodes. Give us a big like as well, I really enjoy those. And make sure you comment down below. Again, I will reply to the comments and if I like what you comment, I'll pin it to the video. Also any suggestions, you've got anything you like, and I'll see what I can do. So what I'm going to do, because I didn't do it on the last video, I'm going to give a call out to all the new subscribers that I could find. Obviously, if you've got your subscriptions hidden, I'm not going to get notifications. I've got a Katarina Roger, I've got a Michael Lane, I've got a Demon Slayer, couldn't find any contact on yours. I've got a Brian Gaines, I've got a Joe Alberti, I've got a Edme Figaro. Thanks for sharing my content. I've noticed you put it on one of your playlists. Thanks so much, much appreciated. I've got an Alex Fager, he's got some Kirby content on his. I've got a KG5 Vacuums, again he's got a bit of Kirby content on his. I've got a Giant, so you can check those out. I've got a Johan Vils. He does vlogs, so I've seen a few vlogs on yours. I've got a Portuguese steward. You've got some content on yours. I presume it's in Portuguese because I couldn't read it. But again, thanks for your support. It's much appreciated. So all of you new subscribers and the continuing subscribers, I want to thank you so much for sharing this journey with me, making my channel grow. Thanks for sharing my content and continue subscribing. It's much appreciated. Also, don't forget, I've got 8 takes at the end of the video, so make sure you check those out. Again, for those new to the channel, if you haven't already, show your support by slapping that subscribe button, dinging that bell for notifications, give me a big thumbs up, and comment down below. Like I said before, I will reply to the comments instantly or within the few hours that I can. And if I like what you comment, I'll pin it to the video. So what I'll do is I'll catch you in the next one. I've had a look to some and hi Kirby fans, welcome back to the channel. Again, if those who are new to the give us a big thumbs up and comment down below. So what I'll do is I'll explain as we go. What I'll do is as we go, I'll explain. Now, I know where you're coming. I know where people. So I hope you enjoy the tour. All right, and when they do it, just the whole of it, it's fantastic, for. Right. Also, if you've got Venetian blinds, which we all know. Bloody dog. Also, if you've got Venetian. Also, if you've got Venetian blinds. So I'll start again.